Hi, my name is David Fry, and I want to welcome you to another MLM coaching session. Now, I often get questions that go something like this. I'm sending out a lot of our company's DVD presentations, or I'm giving our company's presentation to a lot of people, but I'm not getting people to call me back. Well, you're not alone. One thing that you need to understand is that timing has a lot to do with if someone says yes to your opportunity. Today might be the wrong time, but tomorrow circumstances might change and now they're suddenly very open to looking at your opportunity. You also have to consider that people are just busy. I'm busy, you're busy, we're all busy. Your friend might actually want to hear more about your opportunity, but the fires of the day are drowning them and they simply haven't found the time to get back to you. That's why it's important to have your own system of follow-up. You want to be there for when your friend has the time and it's finally right for them. So let me give you some tips for following up with people. First of all, there's a lot of ways to follow up with people. There's the telephone, there's email, there's direct mail, physically visiting them, and now you can even follow up using social media. When you're following up with someone to set an appointment, I suggest that you always try and use the telephone. I know that in my own case, nothing really started happening in my business until I picked up the phone and started calling people. Now, I'm not talking about cold calling. I'm talking about getting back in touch with someone after you've already talked to them to set up an appointment. Now, I know for some of you, picking up the phone is about as heavy as a 100-pound brick. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. And I can tell you from experience that you won't get a lot of response setting up appointments using email, direct mail, or even social media like Facebook and Twitter. Now, the second tip is that you always want to have a reason to contact them again. You might want to ask them in your first discussion for permission to follow up with them at a later time so it's not a surprise when you do give them a call. If I've given someone a sample or something, I'll give them a ring to find out if they've had a chance to try the sample and ask them what they thought about it. From time to time, I call someone up and let them know that there was some other information that I wanted to pass on to them. Well, just remember this. When you follow up, you're trying to help that person make a better decision, and so you want to ask yourself, what can I share with her or him that will help them make a better decision? The key is to always add value. Now, a third tip would be to use a contact management system to keep track of those that you need to follow up with and when you need to follow up with them. This could be as simple as a notebook or 3x5 cards with some notes on them. Or for you techies, you could even use Microsoft Outlook or Google Calendar. I use the Google Calendar all the time. Now, another option is a software product called Oprius that was built for the direct selling industry. But just remember, if you use technology and you teach your team to use it, you'll be complicating the process, and any complications will always slow down your team. Now, my fourth tip would be for you to set aside your phone calling times in blocks. The first call will be the most intimidating. I know it will be. But the next call will be a lot easier. And the rest of your calls will be really easy. All right, the next tip is to always remember what the objective of your follow-up is. If it's just to get an appointment, then keep it at that. Don't launch into your company presentation. That's not the right time to do that. Just get the appointment and end the phone call. Well, my sixth tip is to get a good headset. Now, this sounds trivial, but it's not. A headset's going to allow you to call people in comfort, and it's going to free your hands to work with your computer. Phone headsets are cheap. Go down to your local office store or Radio Shack and buy one. Okay, now my seventh tip is don't get down just because someone doesn't want to set an appointment with you. Some people will be interested in your business, others won't. That's a fact of life. If someone isn't interested, just say thank you and move on and continue to be their friend. You'll be surprised at how many people will come back after some time and want to know more after they've said no to you. It's happened to me many times. And finally, if someone doesn't want to know more about your opportunity, don't hang up the phone until you've asked this golden question. And here's the question. Is there someone you work with or someone that you know who might be interested in generating a secondary income? Always ask for referrals, always. Okay, remember, this business is pretty simple. To be successful in this business, all you need to do is to start a friendship with someone new every day. Invite someone new to hear your company's story every day. Follow up with someone that you've told the story to every day, and then start teaching other people to do the same thing. I'd like to invite you to take a moment and post your thoughts and comments below on today's coaching session. Well, my name is David Fry, and I want to wish you the best of success in your MLM business.